Hey everybody, it's Adam Roxby here, and in this video I'm just going to show you how I've been getting on with my collaborative consumption experiment. So about a month ago, on the 11th of May, I posted an audio message to my website over adamroxby.co.uk saying how I thought I'd been using the internet all wrong and how I felt that there was a better way of actually improving your life and getting more out of your life and your experience on the internet by just using a few more different tools. And if this is all new to you, then I've put a link in the show description, but just to paraphrase really quickly, I got switched on to the idea of collaborative consumption by watching a TED talk from an author who really popularized the phrase and actually wrote a book about it. And probably the most common forms of collaborative consumption that you'll see around there is things like car sharing, and also things like couch surfing, where basically you go to a new town or a new city, and instead of spending loads of money on an expensive hotel, you actually rent or borrow somebody's sofa or couch, however you want to call it. This is a great way of building up connections, building networks, getting new experiences, and at the same time saving yourself money and also making it more environmentally friendly, which is obviously why it appeals to me. So I've been trying out a couple of these ideas myself, and I thought I'll give you a quick update on how they're going, in no particular order. And the first is a service called Street Bank, and the basic idea behind this is it's sort of a way where you can share and lend items and expertise with your neighbours and also receive those back as well. So what you do is you go onto the website and you list a whole load of things that you would like to offer and a whole load of things that you have that you feel as if you can offer, such as maybe web design or speaking another language or horse riding or any sort of skill that you'd like to share with others. And then your neighbours can take you up on that offer and can obviously do the same. And it's also a great opportunity to list some items that you'd just like to give away, sort of like a free cycle, but keeping it a bit more local and trying to use some of the new technologies of the web to do that rather than just having a generic emailing list. And I've been getting quite involved in this quite a bit and listing a lot of my DVDs and listing a lot of my technology stuff. My Hoovers on there, my bread makers on there. As the person who coined collaborative consumption says, what you don't want really is the drill, what you want is the hole. And that really does make sense. So for me, I'd much rather see that my Hoover's getting used rather than having it sit in my understairs cupboard for, however many weeks of the month. But what was a big stage for me was to list all of my sci-fi and my Star Trek DVDs. They've been sitting on this case for months and months and months. I mean, once you've seen Star Trek The Next Generation, you're not going to watch it again for a little while, so what's the point in it just sitting there? You don't want the DVD, you want the film, or you want whatever's on the DVD. And that seems to be a great change in my mindset. Back in the day, I would have been horrified at the idea of anybody buying my DVDs in case they came back slightly smudged or a little bit scratched. But I would feel a lot more happier now knowing that somebody is getting enjoyment from it rather than it just sitting on my shelf until the next time I just happen to want to watch a certain movie. So that's a lot more, that means a lot more to me at this moment. And I've been singing its praises to such a degree that they've sent me a whole load of flyers to share with all of my friends. So I'm going to start sharing these around because, as you'll find with most of these experiments, living somewhere like Harwich and being in a little bit of a provincial area, some of these things haven't really caught on yet, and these things work a lot better at the moment in bigger towns such as London. But I am confident it's going to pick up. On to the next thing. So while searching for collaborative consumption websites and things I could do with this sort of idea, I came across another website called piggybee.com. Now, the really great idea behind Piggybee is that every day thousands upon thousands of people make trips to and from different countries. And wouldn't it be great is if you had something that you really wanted in another country, perhaps you couldn't get it over here, and you knew that somebody was coming from there to your country And wouldn't it be great if they could just pop one in their bag or bring one along with them? Well, PiggyBee really hopes to answer that question and scratch that itch. So I went on PiggyBee and put in my request. You see, when my wife and I were travelling around Europe, in Belgium we came across this really lovely bed and breakfast, and the owner there made us a sandwich the morning we were leaving, and he put in some very strange spread. Basically what it is, do you know those little caramelised biscuits? The little caramelised biscuits you get with your cups of coffee? Well, in Belgium they actually have a whole sort of spread that you put on your toast, made from those caramelised spread, and it was really nice. But again, you can't get it over here. It's not the sort of thing that they think we're going to like over in England. So I went on the website and said if anybody's coming over from Belgium to Harwich International, which is the port that I live quite close to, could they pop a couple in their bag? And you can offer to reimburse them either financially or by maybe taking them to have a drink or driving them to the nearest port of call. I have to say that nobody was coming there just yet, but the guy who runs the website was kind enough to pop some in the post because he was travelling over for a little conference in London. So the short end of the story is I got the original Speculoos, it's called, made by Lotus, and also we haven't tried this one yet, it's the crunchy version. I'll just show you that to the camera. Hey, how about that? So again, with the Street Bank thing, it obviously works a lot better if you're in a bigger place with a lot of traffic. And also it depends on what you want and where you want it from. Because I want something that comes from Belgium, me living next to a port where the main traffic is to Holland, maybe I would have got more luck asking from something from Holland. The next use of PiggyBee is going to be to try and get some milkshake, which I really love, from France, called Cacalac. Try and get some of that over here. Again, it's one of those unique little chocolate drinks that you get over in France, and I have very fond memories of it when I was a child going over for my summer holidays, and whenever my parents go over there for a booze cruise, I never ask for beer or wine. I always ask for this slightly overly sweetened chocolate drink. But what else have I been doing? Well, I keep on trying and persevering with the car sharing stuff. I keep on using a whole series of apps like Avago and BlaBlaCar and all the other sort of websites that you go, like LiftShare and all these other ones. But again, because I'm a nurse and the types of shift patterns I work are so erratic and sporadic, then it's very difficult to get into any sort of regular pattern. These sort of things work so much better when you're doing the normal Monday to Friday 9 to 5 sort of job, but if you alternate between mornings, nights, long days and lates, then really you're at the mercy of the NHS. So I will obviously keep on persevering with that. But if you happen to have listened to my audio message from a couple of days ago, you would have known that I have tried hitchhiking for the first time, which is probably one of the oldest forms of collaborative consumption out there. It's not made my wife too pleased because she doesn't like the idea of me getting into a stranger's car. Bless her cotton socks. But I found it to be a very positive experience and one that really helped me reaffirm my faith in humanity. But that does it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and it just leaves me time to say please do check out the websites I've featured on this video. They need your support, and they only exist and they only thrive and they only become useful to you if more and more people get involved. And if you live near Harwich and Colchester in England, then please do join, because I'd love to see a lot more people on the service so I can start sharing my stuff and sharing my experiences. But you may have noticed I've got a new page up on my website over at adamroxby.co.uk. That's the missions page. Basically, I've got so many projects, be it video, be it podcast or written work, that I find it easier for me to keep track of them if I've got a page where I can just see the progress and see how far I've got to go before they're completed. And I decided to share that with you as well, because I don't really want to be one of these people that keeps on coming on the videos and my audio blog to say, oh, this is inbound and check out this coming next week. I find it a lot more enjoyable just to say it's done, here it is. But if you want to see what projects I'm working on and if you can help in any way, then there's an option for you to do that there as well. Then just head on over to adamroxby.co.uk/missions. Don't forget you can leave your comments wherever you like, and if you've enjoyed this video, thank you very much, and I will speak to you all again next time. See ya.